Reading Animorphs for the first time, book 28, The Experiment, spoilers for this book and up until this point in the series. So I liked this book. I didn't love this book, and I think that's because it kind of shot itself in the foot with the ending, but it was an Axe book, so I had a great time besides that. I feel like Axe is probably my favorite POV character because I've realized unlike Jake, where I feel like the plot has to compensate for it being a Jake book, I pretty much love all the Axe books no matter what, despite any qualms I have with the plot. He is just so fun as a POV character that I'm having a good time no matter what. And honestly, this book was fun. It was good. It was interesting up until the end when they found out that basically everything they'd done had been for nothing. And it's like, okay, that is so unsatisfying, especially when there were two very easy ways that I think they could have saved the ending of this book. The one that I would have liked better would be to make it possible to take the free will, like make that a thing, and maybe even turn this into another mini trilogy inside the series, like a David trilogy. I think that could be really, really interesting. What if it does get out to at least a small group of people, like a town or something? What does that mean to be a human without free will? There are so many interesting ways you could take that question, and I would have liked to see that, especially if one of them had like eaten the contaminated food and had their free will taken away and the others have to like save them. And especially if that was like the POV character of that book, it could have been so, so interesting. But I understand they were making a philosophical point about human nature and free will. So the other option that I think would have kind of saved the ending of this book is have the Animorphs know what the Yeerks are trying to do from the beginning. Have Cassie be like, no, we don't have to do this mission. It doesn't matter. They can't do that. But have them slowly over the book see kind of more and more evidence that maybe it is possible. And then at the very end, have Cassie be right. That way, they at least know the stakes and it kind of sets up, hey, this is kind of a pointless mission because you'll have Cassie in the background being right the whole time. I think either of those could have really saved the ending of this book, but because they didn't do either, it's kind of a meh mid book. Like I said, I really enjoyed it because of Axe being the POV character, and I think it was interesting up until the end, but I think its rereadability was really hurt by being like, oh, I know that none of this matters.